back, boys and girls, to another episode of K-Babe Comparisons. My name is Mr. Knowitall, Daniel John Schafer, and I am joined here once again by the rest of the K-Babe crew and special guest. It's been a hell of a week. There's been so much going on. My brain is just crashing right now. I don't even know what to do. It's been so crazy. The wrestling world has kind of been a little stagnant, but we're here today to talk about the top 5 worst ring gear, tights, whatever. I'm really excited to poo-poo on things. It's one of my favorite things to do. Wex, how are we living today, bud?
Living pretty solid. Can't complain, I've been at that new job for a little bit, been working extra hard, but I'm loving it. I'm living it. Got that first paycheck today with that raise, so
Love it. Working in the record business, man. Who would have thought, man? I'm loving it. Hey, Jesse, how you doing, bud?
Doing good, man. Just chilling out here, out in the Wartrace and kicking it, watching a little bit of wrestling. Been catching up on some other TVs and whatnot. But yeah, just chilling. Very much looking forward to shitting on some shitty ring gear.
Love it. I'm super excited about it, and we are very excited to have here our reoccurring guest here, Miss Jessica Rosenberg. How we living?
All right. Getting into, retail hell as the holidays are fast approaching. So very lucky that I have this outlet to be myself and talk about something that doesn't revolve around bath bombs or gift sets or driving sales. It's really nice.
No bath bombs today. We're just going to be talking about bombs in the ring, and by that, just utter disgraceful nonsense that people actually wore on television. It's crazy. I'm excited. Today's show is going to be great. Last week's show was really fun. Got some decent feedback there. Yeah, man, I'm having a good time with this listening. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, though, Wex Lee, spill the tea, baby. What we got going on? What's happening in the world of wrestling?
All right, so obviously we had the WWE Crown Jewel pay-per-view over the weekend, There were some decent matches here or there, some pretty good ones. There are some, okay ones. But, one of the things that had the most people on the news about was Braun Strowman, afterwards basically shitting on indie wrestlers and people who aren't big men. And they kind of got in his ass real hard. So hard that he had to, tweet I'm just, trying to get the IWC riled up. I respect all my brothers and sisters, but nah, homie, that's probably why Jeff Jarrett took a shot at you on Dynamite, because that's literally probably how you are backstage.
Yeah, it's garbage, man. What can I say? Jesse, how you feel about it?
I mean, I guess he needs to control his narrative a little bit better once he's going to use his Twitter.
Jessica Rosenberg, how you feeling about that?
I don't know. People talk a lot of shit, and I'm always a fan of the bigger guys, but it's why shit on people that way? It makes no sense. I mean, there's one thing to hype up and do some little kayfabe poke and jabs, but I don't know. It's just it seemed pointless and over the top to me.
Yeah, it just seemed sleazy.
Yeah.
Even if it was a joke, it's just not, there's no taste in it. It felt remedial. It felt like this is not something
like something that a guy with nipple piercings would probably do.
It seems like something that a guy that wrestled on a VFW hall would do, and not a guy that's wrestling, internationally for the most legendary pro wrestling company of all time. It's just, I don't know. I mean, again, I say this a lot of times on the show, and there's somebody else I'm sure we're going to talk about in the news here. But it's you could literally erase their entire career from pro wrestling, and it would make zero difference to me. I could have never seen them, and it would have made no difference whatsoever. So,
yep.
Moving on.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just keep it going with WWE this week, and Raw this week actually was a pretty good show, except for the end. They pulled some shit that just doesn't make any fucking sense. So Seth Rollins has an open challenge for the United States Championship, and Austin Theory cashes in his Money in the Bank for the mid-card title that was already there for an open challenge and then loses. what the fuck? Like, can you bury a person anymore? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like,
Yeah, they might get out of it
get
that way
the
too, though.
thing off of him. Have him go for the world title and lose. You're gonna have him go for the mid-card title when it's already an open challenge in the fucking first place, which that just really got me. Like, what the fuck were they thinking there? Like, you had a good episode and then you just what are you doing?
Seems like somebody's trying to make a point.
Yeah. Jessica, if you were going to book the Austin Theory angle, how would you have booked it?
I'm just not a fan of Austin Theory at all, so I would probably just write him right off the show.
Like, why not let another person win the briefcase if you're going to use the briefcase on the line? Like, it's just dumb as fuck.
I think he's good. I think he's got tons of potential. I don't think he belongs in the position that he's in for sure.
Yeah,
but I think he will be very good. I think he will be ready. To me, it's like, why don't you just have him show up at like Halloween Havoc? And NXT sucks. NXT would be way more interesting if Austin Theory was there. Like,
I agree. I was thinking because he showed up on NXT a few weeks ago with the briefcase, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Send him back to NXT for a run. Like, dude, but
that makes way more sense to me. I mean, the only thing, I mean, there's still ways out of it. Like, he could come out next week with the briefcase all beat up or whatever and just say, you know, like, hey, it was an open challenge. I didn't have to cash it in. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might right away around this. Maybe they won't.
Hopefully.
But even if they don't, again, too, it's like that was a Vince call to have him put the briefcase on him. We're in a different era now, and things are smooth, and people are liking it. So it's like if this is the hiccup for Theory and we're all just shitting on Theory's booking, it's like, I mean, Seth looked great. And I mean, the rest of the main show looked really
Bobby
good
Lashley
on Monday.
Still looked really good. So
yeah, so it's like, I mean, I don't hate it. Honestly, it sucks for Theory, I guess. Like, sucks for Theory. Like,
hey, we got Mia Yim back. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
and I feel like having the Money in the Bank be cashed out and the whole thing with the 24/7 title belt happen in the same week felt very weird. And then, Wex, were you going to talk about that? Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, I kind of get what you're saying, though. It feels like Triple H is like just getting rid of all the bullshit that he doesn't want. Like, at the same, he's just like, we're just fucking trimming the fat. Fuck this old bullshit that Vince was doing. Both of these things were dumb. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I see what you're saying, though, that it happened like it happened so fast that it felt a little jarring. But I think that they did that on purpose. I think they're trying to be like, hey, it's different now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Let's just get it all out of the way. It's different now, you know?
I feel like if you were going to usher into a new era, there could have been like maybe perhaps like the whole storyline there was trash to Triple H, and he's just like, you know, get it out of here. Like, literally why she threw and missed the throwing the belt in the trash can.
That was so good. That's going to be a Botchamania
almost
classic.
better.
That's going to be a fucking...
Yeah, I was like, okay, are we proving a point here? Like, what are we doing?
And she jokes, like she was joking on Twitter. She was just like, you know, she goes, I never played basketball, so... That was a pretty fucking big trash can to miss. It was like a fucking... It was like a
world-class athlete right there, man. World-class athlete, guys.
She's no Medusa.
She's certainly no Medusa.
Hey, Medusa did not have to do a shoot. She just did a little drop. I'll say that.
That's true.
She dropped it. She didn't shoot it.
True. What else we got?
I mean, Raw, like this week and lately, you know, WWE's been doing their thing, doing like I said, like Mia Yim coming back. That's pretty cool. Sasha Banks and Naomi were in the bumper for the opening of Raw. So, I mean, are they coming back?
I hope so.
I don't see why not at this point. I mean,
what my guess is for the War Games, the mystery people they're not announcing are going to be them at some capacity on either side, whether it's the heel or the babyface side. I feel like that's what they're going to do.
Well, there's like all these like posts, you know, the dirt sheet posts and stuff like that are like sharing her working with different trainers and things like that.
Oh yeah, I saw her working with fucking Hoovy.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how much that's going to benefit her right now, but maybe a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe she doesn't have her lucha work that quite good, and Hoovy can help, you know, tighten some boats.
I think they did a good job of staying away for as long as they have. I think that they've I think that it all worked out. You know, the water's kind of calmed in that department, and it also gave him a chance to look around and see. And I think WWE is the best position now for them. Now that Vince is gone, everything is different from when they left. I think even if they were complete free agents, I think re-signing with WWE is their best bet. I think that coming back makes the most sense for them. I would absolutely love for them to be like, oh, we're not back here for you guys. We're just back for the money and just do the damage control thing. Like, make that a massive group. I would be into that. Like, I mean, I think that there's enough young and enough established all there that makes sense to me. And then just be a feeding factory for baby faces. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes perfect sense to me. But what do I know?
Right.
We'll see how it all pans out. But so we'll go ahead and, since we're talking about comebacks, so it was officially announced on Dynamite this week that Saraya, a.k.a. Paige, has been cleared and she's coming back.
In a wrestling capacity.
Actually, she's going to wrestle. She's going to have a real wrestling match, going to take bumps. She's been cleared. So, you know, actually Sasha Banks was the last person she was in the ring with when she got injured. So everybody's making comebacks these days.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's just too little too late at this point for her, in my opinion. I mean,
okay.
I think that she was great, but it's been how long now? What was it, 2016, 2015?
Who remembers? That's the point.
What I'm saying is, like, women's wrestling has gotten significantly better. I'm not saying that she wasn't very good at the time. She was, but it's way better now. I mean, women's wrestling now is just on a different pace, I think. I mean, even like and that's the thing too, like AEW's booking is trash, but like we like the women's wrestlers in AEW.
Yeah, of
They're
course.
just not booked well, but they can all go. Like, and so I don't know if Paige can keep up, man.
I think they've also got a problem on their hands immediately putting her with Britt because, I mean, you are in Tweenerville 110% on both sides. I mean,
it's like
they just didn't know what to think. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't know who to cheer for because it's like you want to cheer for Saraya, but then like Britt has a point with what she was saying. Like, you know, like, fuck you, I've ran this company, like I built this shit. And then Saraya, you know, came back with you don't know what it takes, but like she kind of does because she was the champion and some gnarly matches for like a year. So
carried the company. Like,
I said this while I was watching the whole thing to my girlfriend. I was like, Paige just committed the number one sin of a wrestling promo, which is where you try to devalue your opponent to the point to where the crowd's not supposed to think that they matter or that they're as good as you. That is not what you do. You're supposed to vilify your opponent and quantify them as a legitimate threat while talking shit. And she failed to do that. She also incorrectly stated that she wrestled at the Tokyo Dome, which she corrected herself on Twitter.
Yeah, she said it was actually the Sumo Hall.
Which is fucking hilarious to me. That's a Hulk Hogan moment, you know?
Yeah. Oh, dude. It's a Hulk Hogan moment for sure.
Jess, how you feel about it?
I liked the person that played her in the movie about her family more than I actually like her.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh.
I like that.
I think she'd be a better coach. I think she definitely has some probably better ideas. Of course, you wouldn't know that with the promo that she pulled, but I think she could be valuable to AEW. I just don't know in what capacity. I don't know. It's hard. Her boyfriend sucks. I don't like it makes me care about her much less. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just am not. I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But I am proud of her for overcoming an addiction and getting herself back together and going back to the thing that she loves. And, you know, woman to woman, I think that is really great. And I can't fault her for that.
Sure. I hate her taste in men all the way around, but what does that matter? Doesn't matter at all. As far as her in-ring, she was good. I just think that she's kind of been left behind by a women's growth in wrestling that is
absolutely
far overcome what she's capable. At least from what I've seen. Maybe not. Maybe she's just got the bug. I mean, she does have a family thing. Dude, you know what? I would hope nothing more than for them to both just absolutely tear it down at Full Gear and be like, silence everybody. I would love that.
Yeah, totally.
But I don't see it happening, but I'd love to see it.
Me too.
Well, since you mentioned that you like the movie version of Paige better, you know, we're going to talk about some movies and our boy MJF. Finally, people try to call him the discount Miz, but this motherfucker's got a real movie role in a real movie, not the Marine 12 or whatever the fuck the Miz did, but like
Marine 7.
It's pretty fucking cool. He's going to be playing basically the non-Von Erich, right?
Lance Von Erich, the
Lance Von Erich,
the lost cousin.
Yeah, the one that came in that was like they tried to make a brother that wasn't.
They tried to make him a cousin. But yes.
Yeah, MJF's going to be in a fucking real Hollywood movie with Zac Efron and whoever the fuck else is going to be in this thing, because I haven't got that deep into it, but I think that's pretty fucking cool. And if you watched his promo this week on Dynamite, that was taken from a podcast. What was it?
Pardon the interruption.
Yeah. Like a real ESPN sports podcast, but he like cut a promo, and dude, he just keeps fucking delivering every single time, and he makes me believe what he says, that he is a generational talent.
Yeah.
He mentioned The Rock, Stone Cold, Bruno Sammartino, and he's like, I'm a generational talent. I was like, I can't fucking disagree with you.
Yeah.
I saw someone on, I think Twitter say that him being in the movie would be the first time ever he's broken kayfabe.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I wonder what AEW is going to do when he leaves.
I don't know, but I hope he goes somewhere big. I love him. He's my
well, what if he doesn't leave?
Bro.
Dude, come on, man.
But
Zero
debate. Like, what if he does stay and like actually signs and he does become this movie star? He could be the guy.
No, dude. He will be the first one out the door. As soon as his contract expires, he will be in WWE.
Also, I have to issue...
There's no war. That's where he's going. Zero debate about it. Like, even if... I'm sure, like, he would...
Dude, the thing is...
It only builds his character. And honestly, like, I'm not saying he's going to sign a 10-year deal. Maybe he signs a 2-year deal. I'm not saying he retires in WWE, but he 1,000% is going. As soon as he can, he's going. Because they're going to sign him for a ton of money. Yes.
We'll see. But the whole thing, I think, if he just stays with AEW, the whole acting with the whole media Warner conglomerate, like, he could be just deep in the money from the movies, getting all these roles from all this shit if he does good. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think it'd be really sick and very cool if MJF did just stay with AEW and was just the guy. But I know what you mean. Everyone wants to go to WWE. That's the ultimate goal, the dream. But, dude, if you could just...
Once Cody's champ, MJF will sign over, and it'll be the craziest, biggest pop when MJF confronts a champion Cody Rhodes in WWE. The internet will break.
Cody, dude, I'd bust like 4 nuts.
It'd be amazing.
That just sounds amazing.
It'd be amazing.
That's great.
It'd be amazing. And it's going to happen. I'm manifesting it here.
Do you think, do you think Cody ever after his WWE run makes one last AEW run?
No.
Never?
Maybe.
I don't
just
think
at the end, like later, just come, just do a little, like,
probably not
retire, do a little something.
I think he'll probably end up being I think he'll be Triple H's Triple H. I think he'll end up being backstage. I think we're going to see a lot of him and Gorilla. And
we'll finally see that cross promotion thing we never thought we would see.
Yeah.
Because like the Bucks and all those dudes, like they are still like boys with Cody, even though see, like they're still homies, they're friends, like so. Anything's possible with the future of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
I fully agree. All right, man. What is also possible is some ugly ass outfits, dude. And that's what we're talking about today. The top 5 worst ring gear of all time. This has got to be all over the place. I mean, we might have a few that are the same, but they got to be all over the place. They got to be. So, ladies first. Miss Jessica Rosenberg, our esteemed guest, would you please tell us your number 5 worst ring gear of all time?
All right. So number 5, to me, it's so bad that it's actually good. And it's kind of iconic. Mm-hmm. It's one wrestler, but 2 different versions. Fred Ottoman with Tugboat and his tiny little hat and this big body. It's the cutest thing ever, but it's so bad. It's just people ripped on him forever for this tiny little hat. And then to overcompensate for it, Shockmaster is Tugboat. Tugboat is Shockmaster, wearing that glittered, Star Wars helmet and literally just debuts and trips because he can't see in it. So, like, while the concept was kind of cool and very much like disco feather boa and like, glam bejeweled ahead of its time, I must say, he can't see through it. He face planted and like it's memed to this day.
That's a good one.
You're swinging hot. You're swinging hot, Jessica Rosenberg. You're knocking things out of the park right away. Just taking no prisoners with number 5. Wex, I can feel your antsy over there. You want to talk about some shitty gear. What's your number 5?
We'll talk about some fucking shitty gear because I'll go and sort of lay this out for you. He was a former world champion, but when he came over to Vince McMahon, he had to wear a fucking stupid-ass helmet. I'm talking about Farouk. And that is the helmet and the like actual gear. It's the precursor to the first run of Karrion Kross.
Oh yeah.
Like it's literally the same thing. It's just the wackest shit. I know Vince just loved to bury WCW talent because they weren't his dudes, but that was rough for a former world champion coming wearing a fucking just stupid ass helmet. Luckily, he recovered later with the Nation of Domination and the Acolytes, APA, all that shit. But goddamn, that when he first popped up, that was rough. It was embarrassing for his prestige and just fuck. Goddamn. Farouk's helmet, number 5.
Yeah, I hate you for that. I really do.
That sounds like a wrestling move all on its own.
That was a lot higher on my list. It's okay. I've got some other ones put in there. Appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of bad shit. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. No. I got a really good one. Okay, so I'll just come in right here. My number 5. I'm just gonna sub it out and just move some other stuff up. This is you remember when Mojo Rawley was trying to find himself and he had the Luna Vachon makeup going on?
Yes.
You guys remember that?
Yeah, for like a week. He had it for like a month maybe.
He was really trying to do his Luna thing. I don't even know if he wrestled in it, but
cut promos.
The worst promos of the decade. Worst promos of the decade, bar none. Terrible, dude. And the best part about it is that like in 1996, those like vein paint things that Vachon did were way more defined. Like it literally looks like 2 Crayolas like just like rubbed on his face in these terrible lightning bolt patterns. Like he went to the Wilson County Fair and like just had like a Michael J. Fox fit while he was trying to get his face painted. Like that's what it looks like. It was a terrible situation. Yeah, really bad. Mojo Rawley trying to find out who he is. That's my number 5. Jesse Baker, where are you at?
Mine's a slight obscure one, but I don't know. So when our buddy Big LG, Luke Gallows, Doc Gallows, whatever you want to call him, first went over to New Japan Pro Wrestling, he was rocking the shittiest ring gear that his partner still makes fun of to his face for this, just to this day, rather. Easy for me to say. It was basically just basketball shorts over some long boys. And it just looks so fucking – he had like this goofy face paint on, and it just looks so ridiculous. But my favorite part about why it's such bad gear is because he would literally just go to the dollar store and buy basketball shorts because they had one of those sponsor fans who would buy them for like thousands of dollars after he wore them in the ring once.
Oh, wow.
So he just kept buying dollar store basketball shorts, wearing them over long boys, and then just reselling them to this fan for like thousands of dollars. So it's genius, but it looks so fucking awful. It's like the most embarrassing look for a guy that big.
He's a true carny. He's a true carny.
Fucking through and goddamn through. And proud of it, I might add.
Yes, he is. He is absolutely a true carnival man. Yeah, that's a goodie. That's a goodie. All right, Jessica, give your number 4. Where you at?
Okay, so Carmella and most of her masks, that whole thing where she would have to wear face masks, like in like 2021 when she you don't remember that?
No.
It was like kayfabe that she was the prettiest woman in the world and she wanted to protect her face. So the worst one is like this bejeweled face mask that she wore that was poorly cut. And every time I look at it, all I could say is this is the skin of a wrestler, Bella. Like It's so bad. And it just literally just the way the mouth is cut and just how it sits on her face. I don't know who made that. It could have been much better, but I think it was silly to have her wear those face masks.
That's delicious. I love that. That's a fantastic choice. Wex, number 4, where you at?
Okay, coming in at number 4 for me is the original WWF and WCW mid to late 90s gear of our fucking local favorite, and that's JERR
JETT.
Jer.
Jeff.
Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett. I skipped the JEFF part, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Our boy Jeff Jarrett, that goddamn like Chippendales, just
it's a dick dancer outfit.
Weird shit around his neck with the little strips that came down. Like that's the worst goddamn shit. That's like what made me hate Jeff Jarrett. Because I was like, what the fuck is he wearing? Like. The cowboy hat with the double J was enough, but the gear, and it's just, and if you ever see like random guys in the indies wearing it, it's very bold. Yeah. And like they are definitely doing it to get heat because that's just some rough gear. And that comes in at number 4 for me. And I debated this was going up and down on my list many times. It's so bad. Like, and nobody's going to wear this to be cool. It's definitely to get heat. It's fucking horrible.
There was a minute in WCW when his pants were like baggy too. With it, like
yes. Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. That's rough. That's some rough gear, dude.
It is rough indeed. Jesse, number 4, where you at?
My number 4 has to go to what I've heard is like one of the sweetest guys on earth, R.I.P. Mr. Nelson Frazier. But it is a combination of 3 different gimmicks, which are Mabel, Viscera, and Big Daddy V.
The trash bag.
Essentially, all 3 were you put him in some semblance of a trash bag. I mean, like even Big Daddy V, even though it was tight, it was basically like he busted a trash bag open. And Vince was kind of ribbing him, like, gotta let them pecs hang out, and like literally hang out. And it was pretty bad. Mabel was bad enough. I mean, my God, like in a main event too, like in the main event spot, like. Just wrestling in a big gold and purple trash bag. It looked like it was supposed to be like one of those weight loss bodysuits or something like that, and it didn't work. But whatever.
That was iconic for me, like visual, and he was just such a big guy. Like it kind of worked, but I get where you're going.
I mean, there's that, and then Viscera, the black lipstick, and like the tight leather trash bag. Like, come on, man. That motherfucker. That whole situation needed some work. Again, Big Daddy V, the worst offender of them all, but, apparently a really great guy and had a very long, successful career, so good for him. But
hey, he wore a velvet trash bag when he was the world's largest love machine.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one, a brown fucking velvet trash bag outfit. Yep. That was awful, too.
All right, so my number 4. Are you ready? I'm just going to keep feeding off of it because I totally thought we would not have the same kind of shit. But, like, mine is a very specific thing, and it's not just Mabel. It's Mo and Oscar as well, the men on the mission. Like, that alone. Like, I mean, Mabel is a big part of it because it really looked like the 90s LA Lakers, like, got a bunch of, like, clown versions of their outfits and then just, like, put them on black dudes and then made their initials MOM.
Yep.
And I was like, purple and white and gold, and then their acronym is MOM, and you're trying to make them like, and dude, okay, how long? All right, just guesstimate. How long do you think Men on a Mission was a thing?
A year.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
That's crazy.
They were Men on a Mission for 3 years.
It's a long mission.
Terrible gear. Yes, long mission. Terrible gear. It's a long mission. Yeah, not good at all. But yeah, Men on a Mission alone didn't quite crack the medal list here, but we're getting to it now. Jessica Rosenberg, your bronze medal, worst gear of all time. Let me have it.
All right. I think the wrestler himself would agree. He's talked about how it was like the worst time of his life, going through his divorce and, all the, like where he was at his heaviest and wasn't super in shape. So the artist formerly known as Gold Dust, but also Black Rain, both of those absolutely heinous, terrible.
Yeah, it's my number 3 too. That's my bronze medal as well.
Maryland Dust.
That's insane.
I preferred Maryland Dust over any of the Black Rain, AFKA Gold Dust stuff. Like, it was just too out of this world, and it sucks because like you could kind of see what he was going through. Like, it's never fun watching someone kind of crack, and like he was trying to spin it, but it just looked terrible. And
that was also my number 3. If we can get it out of the way.
Nice.
So does it? And y'all just excluded 7 from this because that's
7 is on my list on my number 3 in my little slashes. Yes, 7 is definitely present.
Because that shit
Mine was just Dustin Rhodes in general because listen, I love him to death. I do, I really do. But he's got the most like the original Gold Dust was his best ring gear of all time ever.
Where his ears were painted black,
bro. And listen, like
the inner part of the ear.
I think arguably his match with Cody helped like really cement AEW as like right when they needed it. It's an absolute 5-star classic.
That's one of the best matches of all time. That's such a good match. He's still like his whole half. It's awful. He's got terrible gear. Terrible. He looks awful in the ring. Like, I genuinely believe the number one reason why Dustin Rhodes was never a world champion is because of his gear / gimmicks. It's not because he's not a great wrestler. It's not because he doesn't cut a really great promo. It's those two things.
Some of that, though, was some of my absolute favorite. I literally have a box framed in boa feathers, an 8x10 glossy autograph picture of him that my boyfriend made me one Christmas, and it's like one of my favorite things in this world. But I don't know. Maybe his gear was too out there. His like gimmicks were too out there. But I think like as straight up Gold Dust, I think if he had just not gone through the shit and like kept it going instead of getting weirder and weirder and weirder.
Yeah. OG Gold Dust 95 to 97, best run of his career for sure. Definitely best work. I loved it.
Booker T and Gold Dust as a tag team is some of my favorite shit of all time.
Yes. Great comedic mid-card stuff. Amazing. Legendary stuff for sure. Yes. I also agreed. Okay, well, I think did we all just knock out our number 3s? Or was
I haven't done my number 3.
All right. Wax, so your number 3.
Coming in at number 3 for me, this gear, there was a reason for it, but it's still the worst fucking shit I've ever seen in my life, and that is Triple H's biker shorts.
Oh, yeah. That was on my large list.
Oh, yeah, his compression
he had a reason to wear it because of injury and recovery
for his varicose
at the time.
Veins?
What?
Is that his compression shorts for his varicose veins?
Yeah, but those were that is just the worst gear of all time because he also wore like the black knee pads and it was like almost high waisted too, like over his belly button, and it just looked like shit. It was the worst shit ever. I'll never forgive Triple H. Like he just should have just fucking not wrestled, just took some time off, but he had to be that guy. But dude, that's some horrible gear. Like anybody go back and look this up, type in Triple H biker shorts, and you're gonna see the weirdest looking Triple H you've ever seen in your life. It doesn't fit anything he's ever done.
It doesn't. It's almost as weird as Saudi Arabia Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, exactly. It's an alternate dimension. It's a different universe. It only happened one time.
Yep.
It's fucked though. Like go look it up. You're gonna agree. Like, oh yeah, that's fucking horrible. Why did he do that? Disgusting.
Atrocious.
He had to impress Vince. That's why.
Had to impress that Vance. All right, well, since me and Jesse and Jessica all have the same number 3, let's just keep it rolling. Jessica, your silver medal here.
All right, coming in shiny silver. Y'all have probably heard him talk so much shit about me or about him. Strike that, reverse it. He constantly looks like he's trying to hold back a sneeze. He looks like the Wish version of Dane Cook. He wears jeans and cutoff t-shirt like he was auditioning for The Outsiders. That particular jean cutoff shirt, black shirt method, talking about Dean fucking Ambrose.
Oh, yeah. He's got terrible gear. Oh, he's got terrible gear. He's terrible. He's still terrible, by the way. I'm not a Don Moxley.
He's still although I will say this is the best I have ever seen him.
True.
Yeah, me too. I'll agree.
And I don't like him because I'm not supposed to, but I'm kind of into it. Like, I'm kind of into that whole, like, the wild thing is growing on me. At first, I was like, how dare you use that song? How dare you do this? But, let the man go fishing, please. Tony Khan, let him go fishing. He needs a break.
Miles away from Dean Ambrose. It's way better. So I'll say
absolutely. Like, I don't hate his guts anymore. I'm like, okay, I could stand this.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me what he wears. It's literally his mannerisms. Like, it's the shoulder roll.
Trying to hold back a sneeze.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not at all. All right, Wex, give it to us. What's your number 2 here?
Number 2. This may be one of y'all's number 2 or number 1, but it was very hard for me because it's just hard for me to choose one. But this is HBK's comeback match at the not the Hell in a Cell, but the fucking
first elimination
chamber.
Yeah.
In the goddamn worst brown fucking tights you've ever seen in your life. Like, when has
Shitty
HBK
brown.
ever worn brown? And he wrestled in, like, basically cowboy boots. It was fucking horrible.
Fuzzy.
And we know that everyone knows the story. They weren't finished or whatever, but dude, it looked like, I don't care if they were finished. Brown's not a good fucking color.
Then why? Also, too, it's like you put these on. Like, people saw you backstage wearing this, and they let you go to the ring.
Yes, they did.
Let you go to the ring. They didn't say,
Vince gave it
Sean,
the thumbs up. Vince said okay.
You got a pair of those black and red ones in the back, like just the old school ones that say the Heartbreak Kid on the back. Why don't you wear those? Or even, hey, you know what? The jeans were kind of fine at SummerSlam.
Dude,
those were kind of
jeans would
fine.
have been better than this. Yes.
Where you could put on your little Philippians tank top and put your little, your little some up, some down, like business going on. And then you get a little Walker Texas Ranger thing in the back, and do that. That's what he should have done. I agree.
It's the only time jeans are an acceptable alternative.
Yes, that's true. I mean, Shawn Michaels wearing literally anything else.
I mean, like, literally, who has ever worn brown gear and it been cool? No one, because brown, unless you have like a good combination, like a brown and pink. But it was brown and like blue. It did not go fucking good together. Like,
yeah,
you gotta have a good complementary color with that brown for it to work good for ring gear. And HBK's always been known for like vibrant shit, and he goes for like a, that's not a vibrant color. Just doesn't make sense. Like, why color. HBK would do something like that, but we all know the fucking story. But dude, just like you said, bring out the old HBK tights. Fuck that shit.
I love it. That's solid choice. Jesse, where you at?
My number 2, it's not that it didn't look cool on one person one time, but it didn't look cool on this guy this time, is Ryback.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely fucking ripped off RVD's gear to the T.
Straight up.
And you could not think about two wrestlers that are more opposite. Yeah. You got a pot-smoking, athletic, flexible, cool fucking guy in RVD, and you got a big old fucking meathead who hurts people in Ryback, who, to his credit, for a couple months there, was over, which fucking blows my mind, but he was there for a split second. But you got to keep in mind there was really nothing else going on in WWE at the time. But that gear,
Dark Ages,
that gear fucking took everything away from it, in my personal opinion. I don't think it did anything to help him. I think, in fact, it's probably part of the reason that he didn't do better when he was over. And it just looked like somebody playing dress up. It did not look normal. It did not look cool. Fuck Ryback for taking RVD's steez. That's my number 2.
All right. I love it. Ryback, and I mean, yet again, another one of those. I feel like I want to make a short list of these wrestlers. I'm sure somebody has it probably somewhere the times I've said this, but again, another guy. You could just erase his entire career, would make no effect on my wrestling fandom whatsoever. Like not one blip. So yeah, that being said, actually both the guys on my next list here are on my 2 and 1. I love them both for different reasons. But my number 2, my silver medal, goes to the original Zack Ryder. One leg was like short, tight Speedos, and the other leg was like long boys, but not just long boys, like the Fandango flare leg long boys. So they're like flared at the bottom with the highlights that my man was rocking at the time too.
Mm-hmm.
He was also like green as goose shit. Like, and it was, he looked like like just a really green, cheesy version of like the over the top version of Chris Jericho's babyface Lionheart. You know what I mean? Like, come on, baby! Like that was just his whole thing. Like, and the whole, I don't know, man. Like, I think that like maybe a woman could get away with wearing that, and it would look kind of cool if they could figure out a way to do it. But Zack Ryder wasn't that guy. He wasn't that guy. He wasn't that guy.
You'd be scared of what?
A lip would fall out if a woman was wearing it.
Yeah, it's very possible.
I mean, the dude's got a little bit to be scared of there too. You know what I'm saying? You pull
True.
Yeah.
You pull
no, that happened.
Box and
That happened.
Yeah, you literally have to put it all to one side if you're wearing those.
Yeah.
The long side.
Yes, of course, the long side.
Yeah. I don't think it works so well to go the other direction.
No.
All right, so are we at silvers now?
We're at number one now.
Are we number ones? Let's go, Jess. Let's go. Number one.
Okay. Poor Bastion Booger. They labeled him as a slob, and during WWF, there was rumors that this contraption he had to wear was punishment for being as fat as he was. But he had to start wearing this gear that I'll go into, but he had to give up his Friar Tuck gimmick because the Catholic Church complained. So it was like this strappy thing that like went under the man titties and like had him hanging out, and it crisscrossed, and it was like like it looked like a bathing suit from space hell. And like no one should ever have to wear it. It was so sad. Like looking at it, everybody, it's just like I think more so the way that they try to portray him as this slob, greasy, gross, fat guy.
Yeah, like
and it's just like
all over him and shit. Like,
yeah, he would like sit there and get like food and all this like gross, and it would just like gristly,
completely like culturally tone deaf as well. Like,
yeah.
Terrible. It's awful. It's gross. It's disgusting. That's a great choice, though. It did look like weird, like gray tidy whities that were like tied together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with like duct tape. Like
yeah, it did look like duct tape.
Vest,
yeah,
kind of like bondage. It's like
it might have been duct tape.
What dominatrix did he escape from? You know?
Right. Bastion Booger is the OG simp. Straight up. All right, Wax. What's your number one?
Okay, coming in at number one for me, this is a legendary wrestler himself. This was an early gimmick, and everything about this, from the tights to the hair to the entrance thing, and I'm going with Oz.
Motherfucker.
Kevin Nash has one of his first gimmicks in WCW, and it's fucked, from the fucking goddamn Wizard of Oz helmet thing that he wears to the ring, like mask, to his hair, his cape, his gear, his boots, everything is just the worst fucking shit I've ever seen. And clearly they were missing out, because Kevin Nash ended up having a Hall of Fame career and being an amazing fucking wrestler. But this was literally one of the worst gimmicks, worst gear of all time. I'm sure if you guys don't know about it, go look it up. Oz. He was the Wizard of Oz.
No, I know that, but you said amazing wrestler, and I feel like that was a slip of the tongue.
Not like in ring, but just as a career, he's a cool, badass dude and had a cool power bomb. I wouldn't say he's a in ring technician, but like legendary in the business for sure.
Yes, legend in the business, mediocre at best in the ring. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's rephrase that. A legendary dude in the business of wrestling that we all love.
Absolutely. I love that. I love it. It's a great choice. Jesse Baker, number one overall worst of all time gear.
Wexley took my number one, man.
Hey, well,
great and powerful Oz. One thing to mention about this unfortunate gimmick is not only did he have to cart all of that entrance gear in a gigantic bag around with him when they toured Europe, which he complains about frequently because it was fucking ridiculously heavy, but they also had like the mini little wizard with him, which was Kevin Sullivan. And if you've ever seen the entrance where they come out and they got a monkey on a leash, and the monkey ends up running off the entrance ramp and it's just hanging from the leash, that monkey fucking dies during that entrance, and you can see it. Like, they literally killed a fucking animal on live television while this entrance was occurring. And it's just everything about that was so ill-conceived and so ill-fated. I mean, kudos to Kevin Nash for not actually quitting the business. I know he had a little bit of a Vinny Vegas run before he actually up and left WCW, but like, man, if anything was going to make a former basketball player that thought wrestling might be fun turn his fucking tail and run, it'd be a gimmick like Oz.
Yeah. That's fair.
Damn. Killing monkeys. I didn't even know it went that deep, but fuck, that's a very good number one choice for us. But we got one more left, so
yeah. So my number one is he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's an absolute legend and still going at this point. Legendary promos. People can say what they want. Sports entertainer, whatever. Reality TV star. The original Miz gear. The original Miz gear with the capri shorts, with like no shirt but full on gloves. Like
the fedora too.
Gloves,
he wore a fedora to the ring.
Do what?
He wore a fedora.
Yeah, no. Okay, no. It gets better than that. He wore a bandana and a fedora, like a bandana around his head.
Oh
with a fedora on top of that.
That's overkill.
Oh,
my lady.
And he did the Sufi. He did the Dane Cook Sufi. Like that was his thing. Yeah, I mean I don't know if there's ever been a launch for a wrestler other than Zack Ryder and The Miz. I think they take the cake. Like, I mean, I guess Oz as well, because that was a kind of a short-lived thing.
Rocky Maivia was a little rough too. So everybody has some rough early gimmicks.
Chia Pet Poncho.
I looked like a candy cane when I wrestled. Okay, so like I can't talk about bad gear without throwing John Justice under the bus there. So I mean, I'll take all my lashings. But to me, The Miz, come on, man. But at the same time, look at him now, Hollywood Miz. I feel like he's finally won over the IWC. You can love him for what he is. Yeah, man. We've talked about some really shitty gear though.
I feel like we all have to have at least one honorable mention, like at the tip of our tongues.
Oh yeah, I have a couple that I didn't.
Yeah,
mention.
I got one. Jesse, where you at? Since you brought it up.
Mine has to go to babyface Tommy Dreamer. I mean, Tommy Dreamer in general probably pretty fair, but babyface Tommy Dreamer with the fucking like straight suspenders to the hip band Slabu style pants, like when he first gets caned and shit. It's pretty goddamn rough. It's hard to believe he ever turned that around.
I thought you were talking about TNA babyface with like the triple ponytails.
Oh, I mean, that sucks too. I mean, Tommy Dreamer's wrestling gear is busted fucking throughout his career. Let's be real. But
I don't know if anything beats triple ponytails, bud.
Yeah,
it's not in hair.
Face Dreamer is pretty hard to look at, bro. Like it's like the nice Long Island guy in the fucking neon suspenders. It was like a real bad take on high energy.
It was a high energy. Oh God, Wex, what's your honorable mention?
I got a couple. Booty Man for obvious reasons. Which none of his gear was ever good for any gimmick, but Booty Man was the worst. Yeah. And I want to call out a specific Undertaker gear, and that's a Survivor Series, like 2000, 2001, where it's like in between Dead Man, but not quite Biker Undertaker, and he's wearing this weird fucking like shirt with like the Undertaker logo on it.
Yeah.
It's like a sleeveless, like just black tank top, but he's still wearing the Dead Man Inc. like tights he would wear when he was it was just it was like this weird transitional period. He was tag teaming with Kane in that match, and it's just the weirdest fucking looking gear ever that you never saw him wear again besides that match. And it always sticks out in my head, even more than the snakeskin pants.
The snakeskin pants. Hey, you remember the Hardy version of the snakeskin pants too? Ugh. The Matt Hardy ones? Those were terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple. I mean, 96 Jake the Snake comes to mind. The Yeti.
The Yeti. I have that. I literally, the Yeti put that right there at the bottom.
Yeti's got to be in there. Adam Bomb, even though I loved it at the time, is some dog shit cheese. Repo Man. I mean, there's tons. There's tons.
I forgot about Naked Midian. That needed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tried not to choose Yeti on the actual list because it was like a one-time thing or a couple-time thing, but you know what I mean. It wasn't like a prolonged real gimmick because you could toss the gobbledygooker on there. There's a lot of things you could toss for bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. All around that.
Some people may say Rikishi, but I think that's iconic.
Iconic.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't pleasing to the eyes a lot of times, but I mean, it was there.
It was there. I still can't imagine Vince pitching to Rodney Yokozuna, but without like the long boys, like just straight up thong. Like that's what he wanted him to wear. God, dude, could you imagine if E Honda had been out there like every single Monday night?
Fucking Honda, dude.
Doing the bonsai
Hell
top
yes.
and that shit.
Just with
It's better than when the Big Show wore it.
That'd be great.
That's
Yeah.
like that's palm strike fucking destruction right there.
Hey, I use E Honda. I also use Zangief quite a bit. But Zangief has legendary chest hair and legendary gear. I'd love to see Zangief sign with WWE someday.
All right, I got 3, and then we can move on.
Cool, let's do it.
Specifically, WWE Backlash Christian's puffy pirate shirt. Terrible. Like terrible. It works for Gringle, but it didn't work for Christian. It looks stupid. I think he was wearing like either bright green pants or something. I don't know. I hated it. American Badass Undertaker, hated it. And specifically MJF's scarf.
Oh, I love it.
I hate that scarf. It could literally be any other scarf. I hate the color. I hate the pattern.
It's that Burberry.
I hate it so much. I love him so much. Like, I haven't been this excited to like love and hate somebody so much in my life. And then, you know, we've got the Jew connection because it's like he talks about what he dealt with growing up and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, me too, you know, like, hell yeah. So like there's that, you know, that vibe there that you can connect on. But I fucking hate that scarf. And I wish I could never lay eyes upon it again. I would love to like see him in something, I don't know, better color. I fucking
Wait till he
hate
turns
it.
babyface. That'll be great.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm so over that scarf.
I love it. I love the scarf. I love the episode. I love shitting on gear. It's a good time. I'm excited about what we got going on. And we're going to move on to the next phase, which is Who Am I? And we're going to be talking about, we talked about the blunder of Austin Theory and Seth Rollins and the U.S. Championship. So this week we are doing Who Am I? U.S. Championship Edition. Wex, you got that? You're giving me the clever eye. Like you're like, oh, I got this some bitch right here.
I think I got a pretty good one.
All
I'm
right,
not going to make
let's
the
hear it.
questions too hard, but I feel like if you can get them off the 3 questions, it'll be pretty good. It's not going to be too hard. But all right, we'll start it off. Who am I? United States champions, and that's a championship that's been around since the NWA through WCW on to WWE today. And I'm going to start it off with the first question statement here. I am a 1-time United States champion. I am a 2-time WCW tag team champion.
Okay.
Here's the last one. I am one of 2 men that didn't win the title. Who am I?
Did I wrestle for WWE?
Yes, they both wrestled for WCW and WWE. Though briefly, both, yes.
Am I still alive?
Yes.
Have I been on AEW television?
No.
Do I still wrestle today?
No.
Am I in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Two times.
Thought you guys would have got that one because only 2 people ever did not win the United States Championship. They were awarded it. So it's one of these
shit.
2.
God, what is his name?
One time.
Y'all have to ask. You have more questions to ask. So give me some more questions.
The thing is, if this isn't one of the 2 people I think who are both dead, then there's more than 2 people that have gotten it without winning it.
Well, this person's still alive, I'm pretty sure, unless they suddenly died. That I didn't know about.
Name one of them.
Yeah, who's the other
I'm
one?
not gonna name them. You gotta give
Who's
me
the
some
other guy?
questions.
Who's the other guy that got it? That was awarded to? Not the
Chris
guy that gets
Kanyon.
sing.
Chris Canyon's the other guy.
Okay, well, it's definitely not the other one that I know got it without winning it. So
Who's that one? Who are you thinking?
Hennig.
Not him.
That's who I was thinking of, but yeah, he did.
No, him.
It's not him.
He was given
Damn,
the
I can't
title
believe you
without
guys
winning.
don't know this one. What'd you say?
He was given the title without winning it. So
Yeah, so was this person and Chris Canyon.
So 3 and not 2?
Well, I didn't know. I never heard of Kurt Hennig getting it, so that must have been. When did Kurt Hennig get it?
it's a long story. I'm not going to go into it because it might give away something.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
It's not going to give away because I didn't even know that Kurt Hennig was awarded it.
It might give away like maybe his or something.
Oh, okay. Any more questions?
I'm tapping out. I'm
Tapping out?
Yep. I'm not. There's no way I'm getting this.
Y'all haven't really asked that many questions. Come on now, give me something.
Does he have a famous family, or does he come from like wrestling history?
Yes.
Did we talk about him earlier on this podcast?
No, we didn't talk about him yet on the podcast that I can remember.
Did we talk about his kid?
No.
Okay.
Is this kid a current wrestler for WWE?
No. He has family currently wrestling in WWE, but not as kid.
Huh.
You guys are gonna fucking lose it when when you reveal
I'm
this.
so mad because I literally read about this last night, trying to like beef up on it, and now I can't remember. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Okay, do you want me, if I tell you who his tag team partner was, and he was a tag team champion, would that give you a clue?
Yeah.
Wait. Is he responsible for the death of Miss Elizabeth?
No. Not Lex Luger. Fuck. Okay, his tag team partner in his 2 stints as World Tag Team Champion in WCW was Crowbar.
Oh, am I Raven?
No.
Am I
He's
David
a famous
Flair?
wrestling family. We just talked about this.
Am I David
Guys,
Flair?
come on. What?
Am I David Flair?
You are David fucking Flair.
Wow.
Yeah. God damn it.
Sheesh. That was.
Crowbar.
You guys would
Good
got
one,
that
Jesse.
after,
Good
you know,
one.
the
I was-
getting awarded the title.
I just don't know enough about David Flair, honestly. Like that's the
I
problem.
don't either, but I picked him because I was like, all right, if I give these obvious clues, because he's the one time his dad gave him the title.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that would be obvious. I kept saying he has family in WWE.
I know what you were trying to say.
Good.
I
I'm
get it
glad I
now.
stumped you on one that I thought you guys would get. I thought you would get it.
All right. Jesse Baker, who's your Who Am I U.S. Championship Edition?
I was kayfabe trained by Randy Savage, although I was actually trained by Terry Taylor.
Okay.
I'm in the College Football Hall of Fame, and I won my only U.S. title from Jeff Jarrett in Nashville, Tennessee. Who am I?
Am I Ron Simmons?
Nope.
Am I still alive?
Yes.
Am I Lex Luger?
Nope.
Am I Bill Goldberg?
Nope. You guys haven't asked a single question.
I asked a question now.
Oh, yeah.
Am I still wrestling today?
No.
Am I still working with a wrestling promotion, maybe behind the scenes?
Nope.
Okay.
Did I play in the NFL?
Yes.
Oh, can I guess? I think I know what it is now.
Sure.
It's Mongo.
Yep.
Mongo. Nice. That's a good one. That's a
Because
a
I'm
deep
thinking
cut.
football, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
There are a
fucking
handful of
good.
other facts, but I was like, they're all so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
Mongo's a good one. That's a fucking good one. Steve Mongo McMichael. I think is he still alive?
He
Still with
is.
us.
He's
But he's struggling.
still struggling from ALS. Apparently, it's not getting much better, but he's still with us.
So I think like who beside him and Ron Simmons and like maybe one other person are the only people in the College Football Hall of Fame who wrestled, right?
Yeah, because Goldberg's not in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Look it up.
Dwayne might be, actually. That Miami team was legendary. But I don't know. I mean,
There's
was
a
The
lot.
Rock ever the U.S. champ? I don't think The Rock's ever been the U.S. champ.
Do what?
I don't think The Rock's ever been
Rock,
the U.S.
nah,
champ.
he won the WCW championship and everything
Yeah.
U.S.
Yeah.
Okay, I just looked it up, and there's only 4. It's Ron Simmons, Steve McMichael, then Leo Nominelli, and Alex Karras, like some people I've never heard of.
Huh.
I don't know who those are.
I feel like Alex Karras.
They're like old.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's fucking crazy. Hell yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do mine. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. I was a one-time WCW United States champion. I was a one-time WWE Intercontinental champion. And I was voted the most underrated wrestler in the Wrestling Observer in 2002. Who am I?
Did I jump to WWE in the Invasion?
Yes.
Did I ever wrestle for ECW?
No.
Am I still alive?
Yes.
Am I still wrestling?
Part-time, yes.
Do I work backstage in a current promotion?
I work on camera in a current promotion.
Okay.
Am I Jeff Jarrett?
No.
Didn't jump in the Invasion, son.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Got
right.
fired on TV.
Got fired on TV.
Fired, yeah.
On the last Nitro, yep.
Am I William Regal?
No.
Nah.
No, that's not right.
Am I Chris Canyon?
No. Still
Chris
alive.
Canyon is definitely not still alive.
Oh, you said still alive. Oh,
Alive.
fuck.
Still,
I'm a little drunk right now. Sorry.
If Chris
getting
Canyon
pretty
still
deep.
wrestled part-time, that'd be supernatural.
Be pretty impressive.
Um,
God.
Still wrestle part-time for my own promotion.
are they a part of Ohio Valley Wrestling?
No.
Okay.
Game over.
This is fucking tough. I really can't think of who it could be. A one-time WCW.
I'm a 2-time Hall of Famer.
Oh, am I Booker T?
Oh,
Yeah, you're Booker T.
Booker T. He was only a one-time
I was
United
literally
States
gonna say
champion.
Only a
Booker T.
one-time United States champion.
Damn, I would have got that one.
He won it
Yeah.
a few more times in WWE, but only a one-time WCW champion.
But he was a five-time, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Booker
Which
T's
is
one of my
funny because, like,
favorite of all time.
he actually only won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship 4 times in WCW, and then he won it 1 time in WWE, and then he started doing the 5-time thing.
Exactly.
that's why. Like, I originally was like, that sounds like Booker, but then like I was like, no, he's won so many times. That was a little tricky.
I thought
there.
most underrated in 2002 was gonna. I thought that was like my giveaway, and then, you know, he just got back on camera.
Yeah, I forgot about the reality of wrestling.
Yeah, and then I said like wrestles his own promotion part time. I was like, come on, guys.
You said his
That's
own
patient.
promotion. I should have got it. I was gonna say Tommy Dreamer, but then that would have been wrong.
Yep. He was never in WCW.
Yeah, he's one of the only ECW dudes who never was in WCW.
All right, last one up. Let's get it. What do we got here?
Okay, well, all right. I guess I'll do. I had 2 picked out because I really thought maybe somebody would do the same one, but no. Okay, so let's see. Lost the belt to Sting, but regained it 6 days later.
Okay.
During my 3rd reign, I was supposed to have a match with Sid Vicious at Starrcade, but it had to be quickly rewritten after he was stabbed.
By Arn
And-
Anderson.
Yeah. And at Halloween Havoc, he sprained a jobber's back.
Am I a WWE Hall of Famer?
Wait. Am I Sid Vicious?
No. Why would I say his name?
You're
He
supposed
said
to wrestle
Sid Vicious. The match had to be changed because Sid Vicious got stabbed by Arn Anderson
That's right.
with scissors.
That's right. The scissor deal. That's right. Scissor me, daddy, yes.
Let's see.
So no WWE Hall of Famer or yes?
No.
Do I still wrestle today?
No.
Have I ever faced Ric Flair in a high-profile match?
That's a really deep question. Why would you ask me that? No, I don't think in a high-profile match. No.
Okay.
Have I wrestled in a WrestleMania?
Don't think so.
How many times have I won the United States title?
Let's see. Oh, I said during his third reign, so 3.
3 total? Okay.
Do I have heat with Macho Man Randy Savage?
No.
Okay.
Well, no one has heat with Savage. He's pretty cold these days. So
Yeah.
Well, you know, did I have heat? You know what I mean.
you know what I mean. Okay.
Do you want a hint?
Yes.
Their first match happened in WCW in July of 1990 at the Great American Bash.
Shit.
Is that their first match or their first match in WCW?
So their first match in WCW.
Was
Not
I in
their first match
WWF?
ever. Yeah.
Was I in WWF before that?
No, they were in the Universal Wrestling Association.
Universal Wrestling, UWA.
Also, New Japan Pro Wrestling and IWGP.
Oh, fuck. Am I the Great Muta?
No.
He's still wrestling.
Well,
Yeah.
barely, but yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
He, this one was a really good one. Hold on one second.
Was I in a faction?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
tapping out on this one. I give up.
I feel like he was in a faction, but I could be wrong because I'm not super.
Was I in the WWF later?
Yes.
My Too Cold Scorpio?
No. You were a part of Camp Cornette.
No.
I don't know. I'm giving up.
Vince McMahon wanted him to be the Mastodon.
Oh, Vader.
Vader?
Yeah.
Vader was in a fucking headlining match against Ric Flair at Starrcade.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's what I said,
yeah.
Starrcade.
Well, no, but you said that he wasn't ever in a high-profile match against Ric Flair.
Yeah.
They headlined
Hey, guys.
1993, which is possibly like the most famous vignette that Ric Flair ever
It's all right.
cut.
It's
Hey,
all right.
guys.
She's new to this one.
That's cool. I fucked that up, but it's okay. Do you guys
So
want
it's
me
Leon.
do you want me to do the quick other one that I have? Because I feel like this one would be a lot better.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
What you got?
1996 Hall of Fame, but was removed in 2015. WWF in the 80s. And Cardi B raps about him in her song Hot Shit.
My superstar Billy Graham.
No.
My Hulk Hogan?
No.
Ric Flair.
No.
Is
My
my
Chris
cousin Jerry the
Benoit.
King Lawler?
2 minute call. What?
Is my cousin Jerry the King Lawler?
Ooh, I don't think so. Let me look. Did you say Benoit?
Yes, I did.
Not quite Benoit, but similar on that plane of like why he was removed.
Jimmy
from...
Snuka.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Murder!
Yay,
Murder!
Yeah, guys, sorry out there in wrestling land for fucking that one up, but that's okay.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm excited about it. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do, for the Cutter Keep, we're doing Money in the Bank winners that are still wrestling. Okay? And some of these are going to be part-time, but.
Wait, I thought you were doing AEW women.
Wait, are we? Are we doing AEW women? We can do that too.
Yeah. I thought it was AEW women Cutter Keep.
Okay,
Maybe
let's do that. Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
drunk. We don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I've been drinking. I'm having a good time. All right. AEW women's roster.
I will say, just as a listicle, since I don't have all of Jessica's, I only know R3. But at the moment, Daniel has one more name on his roster than me, and Wes has 2 more names on his roster than both of us. So it's something to keep in mind with your Cutter Keep, because eventually you're going to have to even this shit out.
I have 14.
I only have 9, so Daniel has 11, and Wes has 13.
Okay. All right.
No, Daniel has 10, Wes has 12. Sorry, my bad.
All right. Well,
I
the show's
really
going
like
for a while, so
luchadors.
I think we're going to get to at least like 40.
Yeah.
Like 40 wrestlers.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right. So let's go with women's wrestlers in AEW here. Obviously the first one off the board is going to be Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, cut or keep Wex.
Keep.
Jesse.
Keep.
Ms. Rosenberg.
Cut.
Ooh.
Do I need to say it, or do you guys just know?
I'm assuming you're keeping.
Yes, 1,000%. Definitely 1,000% keeping. Okay. The Bunny, cut or keep, Miss Jess.
Cut.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jesse.
Cut.
Wex.
Yeah, I'm cutting. She ain't been shit since TNA.
Cutting all the way around. All right. Hikaru Shida. Cut or
I'm going to
keep.
keep.
Okay. Miss Jess.
I'm going to cut.
Okay. Wex.
Keep for sure.
Cut all day for me. Jade Cargill.
Keep.
Jesse.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
I love her. I got very excited.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
Is a keep on Jade Cargill there. Jesse, where you at?
I'm going to cut.
Wex, where you at?
Keep. She has so much potential and so much star power. Like, why would you not?
Well, because of I'm not gonna say, but I'm also gonna cut her. Not for me. Is it Julia or is it Julie Hart? I don't know.
I think it's Julia, but
Julia Hart.
I think you spell it CUT for me.
Got it. Cut for Jesse. Wex, where you at?
Yeah, cut. She's got nothing to offer for me.
Rosenberg. All right.
Cut as well.
All right. We're all cuts here. Let's go Athena. Cut or keep?
I'm going to keep.
Jesse.
It's a keep for me.
Keep. Oh, okay. Keep for both the J's. Wex, where you at?
I'm going to keep. She's good. She's really good. We just, even though the booking's not been great, she's a great wrestler. So I know what she can do. So
I'm going to keep her as well.
I didn't actually answer, but I am keeping her.
Okay.
I think I just said keep twice really loud.
Yeah.
What happened there?
It's okay. All right, so let's do Ruby Soho. Miss Jessica Rosenberg.
Keep.
Jesse.
Can't do it. Cut.
Wex.
Scissor me, daddy ass. I'm cutting.
All right, I am going to cut as well. Let's go with Ty Conti. Cut or keep? Miss Jess.
Cut.
Wex.
Cut ski.
Jesse.
I got to keep her.
Same. I got to keep her as well. I think that there's a lot of value there. There's a lot of heat. Anna J. Miss Jessica Rosenberg.
Cut.
Wex.
Who'd you say?
Anna J.
Anna J.
Cut
ski.
Right. Jesse.
That's a cut for me too.
Dang, I thought somebody was going to take her. I'm not. But yeah, so we all cut her. Penelope Ford. Miss Jess.
Cut.
Wex.
Cut.
Jesse.
I'm going to keep her.
Same. Jesse, I feel like we're booking the same women's division here.
I kept one more than you so far, but yeah, I mean, it's close.
All right. This is the last one for cut or keep. Ready?
Okay.
Thunder Rosa. Miss Jess.
How is that the last one? There's so many better. So many.
The
more
last one
choices.
for this go round.
Okay, fine. I guess I'm going to keep her.
Wex.
I'm gonna cut her. I'm tired of her.
Jesse.
I'm keeping her.
I'm cutting her. So that's where we're at, guys. So what are our numbers at? How many folks do we have on each roster there, Jesse?
I got 15 to Daniel's 14. Wes is 16. Then I do not know Jessica's.
So I had 14.
Then you kept 4.
So I have 18.
Boom.
Yeah.
Because let's see, Ruby Soho, Thunder Rosa, Athena, and Jade.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So we've come to the point in the show where we announce what we're going to do next week. And again, I got to be totally honest, guys. I'm like pulled in every which way. Life is busy. 2 jobs. Trying to do the dad thing. Got the band off the ground now. We're rocking and rolling. I'm having a great time. I'm loving doing the podcast, but I don't know what to do next week. So I need a top 5 list. Somebody have anything on deck? What you got for me, Wex? I know you got something in the bag of tricks over there.
Shit.
What about worst occupational gimmicks?
I feel like they're all
That's
going to be stepping on each
specific.
other.
How about top 5? Just how she was talking about, she loves luchadors. Top 5 luchadors of all time. Just
Okay.
luchadors, not
I like that.
Not masked wrestlers. Luchadors.
Yeah, we did mask wrestlers. Yeah, and I don't think we even did that many luchadors when we.
There was like
talked
2.
about it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we did the Who Am I with masked wrestlers for the most part, and then with the rest
That's
of them.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. So since we did that, let's do the Who Am I is going to be. Let's do what should we do for Who Am I next week?
How about Who Am I? NXT Originals, like Black and Gold, not 2.0.
Oh, I see.
When like the game tryout NXT phase where they're running kegs up and down the ramp, or we go like
No, like the real NXT.
Yeah. So like we'll say Full Sail
Full
up
Sail
until
NXT.
2.0.
Yes, like OG.
Okay.
Only on WWE Network, like not TV NXT.
Okay.
Okay.
How about this? The original version of the title. That era.
Okay.
The Big
I like
X, the original,
Yeah.
that NXT.
The OG. That makes sense. I like that. NXT OG is the Who Am I, and then the cut or keep for next week is going to be, You know what? Let's do cut or keep world champions still on WWE's roster. They have to have been a world champion of some kind.
Okay.
And we'll do 10 names.
Okay. Perfect.
That way we'll have a really good, but obviously they have to still be wrestling there. Yeah, that's going to be a good time. Cool. Also, too, I want to hype you guys up. We are going to be doing possibly the last ever actual kayfabe comparisons show of a true old school 2 versus 2. Everybody, it seems like, and their mom that has a podcast has been talking about the Montreal Screwjob. We're not going to do that. We're going to do Survivor Series 2002 versus Survivor Series from this coming year, and that's going to be that's going to be the very first weekend in December. So we got a couple weeks leading up to that, but I want to go ahead and prep you guys for that. So those listeners that are missing those OG comparisons, I've heard a couple comments there that you guys are missing that format. So we're definitely going to bring that back, especially for a big show like that. To me, 02 is I've been harping on it for a long time, but it's a forgotten year. It's a great
Underrated.
year. So I'm very excited to be covering that. Miss Jessica Rosenberg, it's always been amazing having you on. Will you please give the people your script? Where can they find you? What else do you have going on?
Yeah, so Twitter and TikTok, you can find me at busty.shackelford. Instagram as well. For Twitter, if you search at Peggy Hill Feet, I will come right up. That's where you can find me. Don't find me anywhere else. Maybe you'll see me back here sooner rather than later.
That handle just will never not pop me. It's so good. It's so good.
Thank you.
Good stuff. You can always find your boy, Mr. Knowitall, Daniel John Schafer, at Daniel Daybreak. Anywhere there is an at handle, you can find me at Daniel Daybreak. You can always find the show at KayfabeCom on Instagram and Twitter. We're at KayfabeCom Pod on TikTok, and just regular old kayfabe comparisons on YouTube and on Facebook. So, hit subscribe, tell a friend. I found out recently the best way to share us is share the podcast on Apple or Spotify or wherever. Just text it to someone. If you actually send it in a text message one time, hey, listen to this, that actually boosts a lot of engagement. It puts us more in things you might like for other people that listen to podcasts like this. So if you even like it, you get 30 seconds to send a text to one of your friends that you think might like the show. That would be amazing. Yeah, man. Wex, where can folks find you?
You can always find your boy at Wex, breaking the Lawson, or Wex Lawson on pretty much all of your social medias. And I want to say that that rematch of fantasy football this week, I'm going to go for that 2 in a row on you.
On me?
Even though I'm on a losing streak, I'm going to go for that 2 in a row on you.
But Daddy's on a winning streak. You know Daddy's going to come in and swoop the whole thing up, right?
Yeah, but now I'm 07 Benoit, so I'm on a mission.
Yeah, and you're going to die just like you did, and I'm going to end up being the champ.
Change my name, happen. But 07 Benoit, because I'm on a losing streak, I'm on a mission. I'm going to get my victory back.
Well, you know what? Just like Deshaun Watson, I'm going to take it without your consent. Okay?
Oh, God. All right. Well,
Jesse Baker, where can folks find you?
Find me at Jesse Baker Nash on Twitter or Instagram, regular old Jesse Baker on Facebook. Coming at you soon with some show announcement type stuff and all that fun, normal shit.
Yes, we got big things in the works. I'm excited. That's going to do it for us this week. We will see you guys next week. We're out. Peace.
I am going to go watch that Vader Ric Flair match now.